I want to just take time to thank Discovery and Original Productions for putting on all this and giving my dad probably one of the coolest memorials and funerals anybody could ever ask for. Number two, foremost, all you guys standing out in the cold that love my dad because he had a mullet, because he yelled at me and Jake. He was business in the front, party in the back. If he was here right now, he'd probably heart punch me and then just slap Jake just because. We're here just to say thank you. I mean, you guys made this possible, and now we actually have footage, and, well, apparently I'm on the big screen now. It's a little scary. But we have footage to check out our dad, and always remember him, and you guys are now a part of our family. I mean, you've watched us grow up ever since he started on the boat, and you saw my inglorious and kind of goofy return back to fishing. But we just don't want to stretch this out too long, because I'm freezing my ass off. But thank you to everybody. And, hey, local fishermen here that were my dad's friends and best friends, Harley riders, all alike. You guys definitely, I got to give you credit, because I got small testicles. I'm half Asian, so. But this is a day to remember. Instead of be sad, it's time to celebrate the mullet. And, let's just think of good memories. A lot of good pictures and a lot of good things. Jake probably just wants to say, what up? He's not a man of many words unless he's yelling at me. So.
Thanks for coming out, guys. Yeah, that's it.
What can I say? I feel like a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. In the immortal words of Phil Harris, Phil had all sorts of sayings, and he had a gift a lot of TV writers wish they had. He could say something right on at the right moment with perfect timing. Everybody's heard Phil do it, and I'm going to miss that. My name is Paul Gazik, and along with our partners at Original Productions, Tracy Rudolph and I and many people at Discovery have wrangled Deadliest Catch for the Discovery Channel for a long time now. And it's just a fact. Deadliest Catch is a hit TV series on our channel and part of a business. But over the years, it's become something else. It's something much more for those of us who've been involved. The Beringsee crab fishermen Tracy and I see on our TV have become a lot more than faces on a screen. They've become our friends and part of the greater Discovery family. We're going to get together in New Orleans in a little while this year to shoot the 4th season of After the Catch. We all get together. It's kind of a reunion. And we're going to miss Phil this year, miss him and celebrate him. Phil is mourned and missed by his family, his friends, and millions of fans across the world, really. That includes everyone at Discovery, from David Zaslav at the top, Clark Bunting, all the way down to the mailroom. When Phil used to show up every so often at the offices in Silver Spring, all the girls would come out to get their pictures taken. Phil had kind of a teddy bear with ink thing going. The girls all saw it and liked it, and the point is we all liked it. We enjoyed him so much while he was among us, and now we miss him like mad, more than we can express. I think it's fair to say that Phil warmed to the TV thing. He was a bit of a ham. He was not at all shy, and he had a natural flair for the dramatic. But the one thing that I really admired about Phil is that through all of it, he managed to stay himself. He was himself always. Phil was never out of character. He was a fisherman first and foremost, skipper of the Cornelia Marie. He did it like he was born to it up until the end, and you have to admire that. You just have to. My dad was a minister, a fisher of men, and he had a few good lines too. He used to say, coming into this life and passing out of it are the easy parts. The hard part is in between. And those of us who mourn Phil and miss him know just how hard it is. There's a breathtaking finality when someone departs. My dad also said that the departed are still with us, only beyond our sight. Phil is here. He's among us. He's with us this evening. and he's loving every minute of this. There's a scene that keeps playing out in my head. Phil is approaching the pearly gates. There's St. Peter. All the people are filing in. And Phil finally gets up to St. Peter, and there's all these questions. And finally, Phil puts up his hand and says, "Wait a minute, I have a question. This is heaven, right? So that means you guys got Harleys in there, right?" St. Peter's looking a little blank. Phil is unimpressed. He says, "I mean, how can you call this place heaven if you don't have Harleys?" Wherever you are, Phil, I hope you're riding something fine made by Harley Davidson. I hope you're in good company. The sun is shining. The road is smooth. There's no water in the fuel. And the view is grand. May God bless you, Phil, and hold you in his hand forevermore.
I'm Dan. I was Phil's best friend, one of his best friends. I was there with him at the end. He gave me this jacket. You probably remember it from episode 54, when he was outside smoking in his hospital gown. This kind of guy Phil was. Gave everybody a lot. I'm sure you all know what I mean. I miss that guy like crazy. Probably the closest person to me. This isn't the easiest thing to do. Stand up here and talk about somebody that's gone. At the first memorial, I told everybody, I gave him his last 100-mile-an-hour ride on his motorcycle the day of his memorial. A couple days prior to that, I gave him a ride in his own Corvette, 192 miles an hour. He was thrilled. Probably saved me from crashing, too. He was a great guy. I wish you all had known him like I had. And you'd feel the same thing I feel right now. I really miss that guy.